It's arrived. Let me grab a soda. We ain't drinking no water here.
Down the 110 freeway, the suspect in that gray Jeep zigzagging his way through southwest LA, eventually making his way onto the Harbor Freeway here.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me? Say again?
What happened?
Copy. That tire's going to come off. I do.
I have a question. Do we think these people have caught on to the meta yet? Because every LA chase is live streamed on ABC. So are we thinking that they're watching on their cell phones? Because they'd be stupid not to, right? Because we know they're going to go live.
You're looking at the southbound side of the 110 freeway here. Still.
The only interesting thing going on in LA is car chases.
Sorry about that. Southbound side of the 110 freeway. He got off at Manchester very briefly and then got right back on the freeway. This was after weaving through southwest LA for a good 5, maybe even 10 minutes or so. At some points getting in the wrong way, going the wrong way against traffic on very busy surface streets. Now he's on the 110 freeway. LAPD with a full pursuit package here. 3 black and whites right behind him, attempting to hand this off to California
he might be done.
Patrol if it stays on the freeway. Right now they're transitioning through LAX's airspace here. We're coming up on the 105 freeway. Right now appears to be committed to the southbound 110 here. We'll see if that changes.
He's
There's
actually
lot
smart.
Of, ramps here.
Driving into the LAX airfield.
Here,
Helicopters can't come in there because the big honkin' Boeing 720s have to go through there. That's actually smart. That is the smartest thing I've seen from a chase all year. Hands down, smartest thing I've seen from a chase all year.
That ramp right there, you can see it looks like he might be transitioning, just very hard to tell. Is he coming this way? Westbound 105? Westbound 105, getting onto the 105 freeway.
Never mind.
Is the less traveled freeway. If you look up and down the 105, very heavy traffic.
Wait, he's back in the airfield.
On the eastbound side.
He's heading back over there.
Heading away from us on the westbound side of the 105.
He's being
freeway.
smart. See the plane? Look at the helicopter. It has to hang back. Look at the helicopter has to hang back, so he hides under the bridge, switches close, switches cars, and he's good to go. He's just out of there.
Very difficult to see inside that vehicle, but he does appear to be pretty desperate to get away from those pursuing officers.
Why didn't you hide under the bridge and switch clothes? Have you not seen Baby Driver? Switch cars, get in 3 red cars, they'll never find you. He is pushing that Wrangler to the max.
It was a little unclear. Yeah, you're right. It was a little unclear whether it was the tire that was running flat or if the actual axle was destabilized. I can't tell. It looks as he picks up speed, it seems to be wobbling a little bit less. What I can tell you,
let's take a second to appreciate how good the camera quality is from the zoom. Like, how far do we think away they are from this car? He is fucking miles away from this car because he can't go into the airfield space, and it's still this clear.
About real love taps, gentle bumper to bumper
this
type
is
stuff, but
a real talented
major,
cameraman.
There's no major damage.
I want him to film my live streams.
The stability of that front left wheel. So again, whether it's the tire that was misbehaving, or now it appears that it's more likely the rim or the axle that was, for some reason, a little bit wobbly as he was traveling a little bit slower. And as you mentioned, as he picks up steam here, it looks to be a little bit more stable as we peer up on this pursuit from the rear. Coming up on the rear here, it looks like the vehicle is behaving okay, at least for the time being. Well, as long as he's on the 105 freeway, we're going to maintain the south side here, and we should be able to transition through Hawthorne with him here. We're coming up on Hawthorne Airport as he starts to pull over to the right. So if you're looking at it from our angle here, we're looking from south to north. He is traveling from east to west. And the Bravo airspace basically includes the area north of the 105 and west
Loki is
of
not as
the
far as I thought he
110
was.
freeway. That's where things get hairy.
He's
Not
leaving
only
the
for
air
us
zone,
here in
and that
Air
plane's
7,
just going to
but
wrap around and
also
follow him.
for that LAPD air support
He's
helicopter, which is why they have invited those ground units to re-engage the pursuit. For some time, they put it into tracking mode, and once he got close to LAX's airspace, they started the pursuit once again. It looks like he's making a south...
Like I said, he's smart. Listen to what... No, let me replay that. Listen to what he said.
They put it into tracking mode, and once he got close to LAX's airspace, they started the pursuit once again. It looks like...
Because they had to get the red and blues on him, because he went in the airspace so the helicopters can follow him. I'm telling you, people need to start paying attention to the airspace.
He's making a
it is smart. It is... Sorry.
Freeway,
So smart.
Boulevard,
it is so easy to break this stupid helicopter meta. It's not going to be there much longer once people start seeing the airspace. This road right here, when I go on a chase, I'm going to be the next one being chased. I'm going to be on this road right here. You heard it first. I'll be on this road right here.
Clear intent on his part to get away and clear intent on LAPD's part to not let that happen. So now he's making a right turn. He's going to be heading westbound on 120th Street away from Crenshaw Boulevard, heading back...
Crenshaw Boulevard. That's the street you'll see Kchewey on.
Towards the west here, going through another red light here, not obeying stop signs, not obeying red lights. That has been the pattern throughout this pursuit.
So he's in a pursuit and you expect him to follow red lights. Come on. Stop being stupid now. Is the bird still not in the sky? Where's the LAPD bird?
We don't know. Very much unclear at this point whether there's anybody else inside that vehicle. We do not know whether he is armed or whether LAPD has any of that intelligence or whether they are operating in the blind. Again, we don't know how all this started. He's now making a left turn off of 120th, southbound now on Prairie Avenue through Hawthorne. That's going to take him away from LAX's airspace, gives us an opportunity to catch up with him. It also
oh my God.
That
this guy's a fucking tool. He figured out the meta. He was perfect. He knew the meta. He broke it. There was no more birds on him. So his bright idea was, get out of the airfield. Nice, bro.
Air support helicopter. The opportunity.
Take back everything I ever said about this guy. He is the dumbest criminal in the East Coast. I needed some milk. That was some spicy lava sauce, if you're interested.
Giovanna and Philip, that this is a stolen vehicle. So a stolen vehicle now in a parking lot here, heading in through a liquor store, trying to come out the other side on Broadway. This vehicle does not belong to him, and he is driving it like he stole it. You can tell.
I've seen people drive their cars like this, so I don't know what the point of that statement was, but that was there was no point of even speaking. They should just. Because I've seen people that drive like this in their own vehicles.
Ooh, cross traffic. A little close call here.
There we go. Oh, he almost clipped that white car. Are they on lights and sirens now?
I'm totally with you, Philip. Never seen anything like that. I mean, that wheel almost looked like it was about to come off, and now the vehicle is behaving almost completely normal as we look at it from the driver's side here.
Yeah, what the fuck is wheel fixed?
Front left wheel now making another left turn here.
Yo, he hit a gas station.
Street coming towards us. We're gonna get a
what
better
the
shot
fuck?
of
He hit a repair
passenger
kit.
Side of the vehicle to see if there's any misbehavior by either of those wheels. But right now, that vehicle is traveling in a straight line directly towards us, and for the first time, we can peer through that driver's side window, that driver's windshield, and it does appear there is a passenger inside of the vehicle. So to answer Giovanna's question, we now know of at least two people inside of the stolen vehicle and getting a little bit of a closer shot here through that tinted window on the driver's side as he picks up some speed here. And I can't tell, honestly, whether it is a man or a woman, quite frankly, but he is now, again, southbound on Prairie
Loki,
Avenue.
it's a Jeep. It might be a woman. Because there's so many cars in LA to steal. Why steal the Jeep? Me personally, I'm going after that mail truck right there. Oh, he almost got hit by the mail truck. That was too close. Get the fuck out the way!
Oh, you're so right about that. And every
the chase
time
is about to be
we've
over.
seen any encounter with any kind of traffic jam, he's really shown little hesitation to weave around traffic, go the wrong way, and at some points, even making contact with some of these innocent drivers on the road here. So now he's in a much more congested, more narrow area here on Corderi Avenue, off of Prairie, and you can see, I'm sorry, let me just lower this radio really quick here, southbound on Corderi Avenue, and still continuing down this more industrial area here. So we've been through residential neighborhoods, we've been through more commercial areas, we've been on the freeway, off the freeway, now coming out on a major at Rosecrans Avenue, now coming westbound on Rosecrans, slowing down a little bit. We'll go ahead and widen out to see how far back those LAPD units are. They are trying to catch up, but as you can tell,
he lost
they
them.
have pulled back just a little bit, whether they were unable to squeeze through traffic there. Look at this, going the wrong way.
Oh my God.
Those cars here, look at this. That was a wild move there, and there comes LAPD right behind him as he slows down.
He did not lose them.
Not sure why. He might be even coming to a stop here.
Wait, he's calling Lester.
Or Fonthill Avenue and Rosecrans. LAPD
He's calling Lester.
Vehicle. Guns drawn, aimed squarely at the driver's side of that Jeep as he comes to a full stop here on Fonthill Avenue for no apparent
He's
reason.
giving up.
Not sure if the vehicle is giving up or if the suspect has just decided to surrender. It looks like it might be a female driver.
I told you guys it was a woman. I told you.
Vehicle. You can see them with their hands up, and this has come to a random and sudden stop as they appear to be willing to end this finally after some dangerous driving and at times going the wrong way, including the very end there, swerving across the oncoming lanes of Rosecrans.
You got this far.
Avenue,
Why give up now?
Surrendering to these LAPD officers on Fonthill. A very sudden
will they
end
charge
here,
this guy? Will they charge him? Because he wasn't driving. Does he get charged?
we don't know.
I actually need to Google that. Does passenger in car chase get charged? If fleeing was the only crime, then no. You'd be taken out at gunpoint, handcuffed, but would not be taken to jail. Okay.
How much more that
that's from Reddit, but I'll trust it.
It doesn't really matter at this point. Finally, fortunately, this has come to a peaceful resolution, it appears, as at least 2 people are getting out of that vehicle. They will eventually check the back seats and make sure that vehicle is empty.
Man, what a bad way to end this chase. You guys don't look amused. Like, this is just normal. This is Tuesday for them. This is a normal day. Normal day in the business. Or in the office. Did he just point his gun at his partner? Oh, it's his hand. No one else is in the vehicle. Okay, it's over. Not a bad chase. Not the best one I've seen all day, but not bad.